No, I think it's interesting, the whole surge of online purchases and such. I
On one
mean,
hand, I'm happy about it, and on the other hand, it's kind of annoying.
I'm really concerned about being able to redeem my
Yeah,
Mass Effect 1 and 2
yeah,
since I bought the games when Mass Effect 2 came out, and I actually had an EA account that they forced me to make.
yeah.
I even had the Pepsi, like the, not Pepsi, it was Dr. Pepper codes and stuff.
Which seems a little unnecessary.
But you could download them through your account onto your game so that you could always have those new masks and items. But
Then they changed the account system with Origin, yeah.
yeah, so I don't know if, and once again, my Mass Effect 1 was one of those copies where, oh, you can only install it 3 times before the disc is useless.
Yeah. No, Origin definitely feels much less, like, developed than Steam, which is super disappointing because honestly, it does not help EA's reputation in the slightest. For example, right now, I had to open up Origin to open up this game and then quit out of Origin before the game ran.
So that we wouldn't have a crash like we had in
Yeah.
previous instances where we tried filming this.
More or less what would happen is Origin would crash in the middle of filming, and filming wouldn't stop, but it would slow to a crawl, which is why for the Wolf Well thing, the footage of me fighting the fairies that are supposed to protect the well is lost because it slowed to 1 frame per second. Here, I want to finish this thought before we start talking to this person. So now I have Origin closed, but I can't Alt-Tab because Kingdoms of Amalur will crash if I Alt-Tab, so pretty much you have to commit to it.
Proceed no farther, mortal. You are not one of our kind, and the seat of Sir Sagril will never be occupied by one so mundane. Hallam the White prepares the contest, and he must not be interrupted at this our time of greatest need. It is to fill an unoccupied seat in the House of Ballads. This is not a mortal concern. If Hallam learns I told you, he may see to it that I am banned from the telling. I am known as the Squire. It is my duty to assist the Chancellor of the House of Ballads in all of his many endeavors. Hallam treats me well, and it is an honor to serve. The mortals in Gorehart believe they have established a permanent settlement, but they are sadly mistaken. Those homes will crumble. Those graves will multiply. Trees may be cut down, vines stripped away, but the forest will return, and it will not suffer the footsteps of men. Neither will the Fae. The storyteller leads us all in the telling of the great songs of the Summer Court. He administers our house and serves our great knights in the Court of Enchantments. Only the greatest heroes of the summer may be counted among the Court of Enchantments. Gwenson, Belmaid, Ferrara, Olaine, Aermer, and Creth. Their glory unites all Fae in a common narrative. It is one of the few things our people share. The House of Ballads is home to the Court of Enchantments, where our heroes congregate and train before performing the feats that made them legends. There are 3 main structures on the grounds. The Court of Enchantments itself features the Wall of Saga, which depicts the most noteworthy songs in our canon. The Hall of Accolades is where the finest Fae crafters offer their services. Trainers can be found in the Summer Sanctuary, where we go in seeking enlightenment. He was one of our most beloved knights, a ballad's treasure. I can't bear to think of him dead, now across the sea, a warrior for our savage cousins in the Winter Court. This new breed of mad Fae has seized the Court of Winter in its grip. There can only be a summer and a winter. There is no other third order if we crave balance. I did not fear them in previous seasons. They were our allies, as important to us as the autumn is to spring. But the Tuatha have upset the balance. No doubt you speak of Illuvia, impetuous fool. I told her to avoid your settlement, to avoid Odorath altogether. She never listened to my warnings. I will chastise her appropriately upon her return. It is a loss, yes, but not the first unexpected event in this telling. What happened? Attacked, you say? Your kind is too timid to even speak to us, and now you're trying to kill us. I do not understand it. However, your honesty is appreciated. Tell the people of Gorhart that they have nothing to fear from us. We mean them no ill will, as long as they leave the forest undisturbed as they found it.
No, I just think they don't want the humans to chop down the trees too much. Is that it? Really? Oh, it looks like...
Listen, all of you. As you've clearly heard, a rare vacancy has occurred in the House of Ballots.
Mundane
There
don't
has
belong
been
in
an
Fey
event,
houses.
a great twist in the narrative of our kind. Sir Sagril has fallen. Sagril, slayer of Ozigan, defender of the crown of Haxi, has been defeated. A death in the House of Ballads gives an opportunity, a chance for one hero to join the ranks of the greatest champions in Fey telling. Olain, Kreth, Wenson the Bold. Do any of you have the courage to pass the confirmation? If you
What is a
do,
mortal doing
your
here?
adventures will be sung to the heavens for
The young
all
race is just so
eternity.
curious.
This does not concern you, mortal. You would not, could not, understand. One of our most beloved heroes has fallen. Sir Sagril's passing leaves his legend in peril. A seat in the House of Ballads cannot remain empty, lest the great stories end. And that must never happen. We are the collectors of tales, the warriors of lore, the most respected of all Summer Court heroes. Our deeds are known across the Fey lands. Our great knights, Wenson the Bold, Airmer the Pure, Olain the Kind, are destined to repeat their quests for all eternity, that no Fey may ever forget. They remind us of who we are and what we've done, of our greatest achievements and our deepest losses. The house ensures those defining tales are never forgotten. Sir Sagril, Slayer of Ozigan, Lord of the Morning Mists, and Defender of the Crown of Haxi, was one of our most beloved knights. His tales have endured for generations. Several days ago he departed to do battle with the Grave Thresh, his most famous and legendary foe. But there was an event, a twist in the story. In this telling, it was the Thresh that bested Sagril. Such an outcome has never happened. I don't know what to make of it. You are bold, but that is not how tales are told in the House of Ballads. Only a worthy Fey hero may finish his quest, complete his story. However, these are strange times. Magic weaves itself in new patterns and change. It is the one thing with which we Fey have no experience. If you so choose, join the other pledges. You too may attempt to defeat the Grave Thresh, recover Sagril's ring, and take his seat in the House of Ballads. It is a popular tale, featuring the Summer Court's most treasured rogue. One afternoon, Sagril, his head sleepy with wine and dreams of women, awoke to a terrible roar. The treacherous maid of Windermere, villain of the House of Ballads, was summoning forth a beast from beneath the earth. She wished to send it against Swenson himself. When the maid departed, Sagril tread into the beast's lair and killed it, only to realize that it was simply the first of many deadlier enemies. What a song. I am Hallam the White, seeker of the Stone of Val, Baron of the Drowned Forest, slayer of Argoth the Mighty, and chamberlain to the House of Ballads. Many in the House of Ballads call me the Storyteller, for I watch over the Summer Court's anthology of experience. The lair of the Thresh is east of this great house, in the hollow of Gorgoeth. In the evenings after dark, you can hear its disturbed slumber. The cries are unsettling.
Seems like it's a tragic thing.
Well, it's because adventurers keep trying to poke it with sharp. Think, oh man, look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. That's cool.
A face.